The Secret Service. To some, they are a nameless and arguably faceless organization that has a single goal in terms of their purpose. They are to be the president's bodyguards. The ones who will do anything and everything they can in order to make sure that the president is safe, sound, and able to do everything he or she needs to do for the United States of America. Most people think of them as just bodyguards, though in their black suits and shades, but they do a lot more than just protect them from harm. They're there in case harm does come to them and then some. So allow us to show you the secrets of the Secret Service. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 9. Bloody Business. Although thousands of agents are employed by the Secret Service, only a small number are assigned to the Presidential Protection Division, the branch of the agency that is responsible for guarding the lives of the Commander-in-Chief and their families. According to Jeffrey Robinson, co-author of former agent Joseph Petro's autobiography, Standing Next to History, the division is methodical about making sure that agents are trained in 10-minute medicine, or doing everything possible to keep the president alive until he or she can receive specialized medical attention in the event of an emergency. When they travel, they are never more than 10 minutes away from a trauma center, Robinson says. They'll have an agent posted at the hospital who knows the operating room staff. Additionally, the travel group will have bags of blood in the president's motorcade in the event a transfusion is needed. The focus on emergency medicine training helped save Ronald Reagan's life during a 1981 assassination attempt. And it's a comfort to the president and their family to know that should anything happen to them, the Secret Service can provide immediate aid. Number 8. No privacy for the president. This one you've probably seen jokes of in TV shows and movies, but it is a real thing, believe it or not. Being on protective detail means following the president wherever he or she might go. This includes the bathroom, the doctor's office, or anywhere that might benefit from a little privacy. The president is never alone, Robinson says. When Reagan was in office, Joe was there for his prostate exams and colonoscopies. He was always in the room with a gun, and if he thought the doctor was any kind of threat, he would have shot him. Now, on one hand, you might think this is a bit overkill. Why not just check the stall and then leave him be, right? But the problem is that the president is easily one of the most sought-after targets to be taken out by certain parties, both foreign and domestic. And thus, if the Secret Service is not there to protect them, or if the enemies detect a weak point based on where they won't go, something can be done to try and take them out. As such, they go to great lengths to ensure stability and safety, and that means being next to them at all times when relevant. Number 7. Assassination interviews. While making a threat against the president's life is never a good idea, it is up to agents to determine whether you should be warned, committed for psychiatric evaluation, or charged with a Class E felony. Yeah, for real, you can be charged just by threatening the president. According to 23-year Secret Service veteran Tim Wood, author of Criminals and Presidents, The Adventures of a Secret Service Agent, this is called protective intelligence. Anytime someone makes a suggestion of wanting to cause the president harm, every aspect of their lives will be investigated. We interview friends, neighbors, associates, employees, Wood says. The question is this person serious? When Wood interviewed a man who had made repeated calls threatening Reagan's life, he determined the subject had an alcohol problem and possible mental illness, sparing him serious prosecution. Given recent times and recent presidents, you can bet that the Secret Service had to work overtime to try and get the truth to see who was a threat and who was just annoyed with the Commander-in-Chief. Number 6. Assignments and orders. Presidents and vice presidents don't have the ability to refuse Secret Service supervision once they take office, although some can switch to private security detail once they have served their term. However, they do have a say in whether someone else can be assigned to Secret Service protection. According to Ronald Kessler, author of The President's Secret Service, agents started to escort some White House staff members following the September 11th attacks at the behest of George W. Bush. Now, it is a fairly recent development, Kessler says. Among other duties, agents can accompany children to school, standing outside classrooms until the lesson is over. Now, again, you might be thinking this is overkill, but if you really think about it, just about anyone in the White House or anyone associated with the White House personnel can be determined to be a valuable target, and thus that net of protection can truly save lives and prevent certain hard decisions to be made. Number 5. Filming. For all of the controversy that it created, the Zapruder film of the 1963 John F. Kennedy assassination was invaluable in helping the Secret Service understand how quickly a situation can spin out of control. To this day, agents still screen footage as part of their training, which does say a lot if you think about it. According to Kessler, they also film current presidential motorcades in the event they need to review an attack. Recently, someone threw something at Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago, Kessler says. They were able to locate the person thanks to video. Now, given the technology of cameras and such today, the details of these video is no doubt much greater than they were during the days of JFK, and they can help ensure that protection is given after the fact by closing potential holes in the protection as well as making sure that those responsible are caught. Number 4. Food screening. Think sending some food to the president as a thank you gift is a good idea? Think again. If you send the president a Christmas ham, it will never get to him, Robinson says. Every bite of food presented to the president is prepared under the watchful eye of the Secret Service, who stare down White House chefs to make sure no one is flavoring with arsenic or rat poison. When the president travels, Navy stewards come along to prepare food. And when the president has a photo op at a diner and orders food, it's not likely he's actually going to eat it. Now, surprisingly, it is still possible to just order a pizza. If the president wants a pizza, they'll have it delivered to the Naval Observatory or another address nearby, Robinson says. Since the pizzeria doesn't know who it's for, it then reduces the danger. Poisoning is a big threat to the president, both in the White House and out of it, and you would be shocked at how much care beyond what we've just told you is taken in order to ensure that no harm comes to the president while eating. Number 3, they can trace you via your pen. Now, when the White House receives troubling or threatening handwritten correspondence, agents have a way of narrowing down their search for subjects. Kessler says that the Secret Service, working in tandem with ink manufacturers, maintains a vast database of distinctive tags in the ink that can be identified and narrowed to the brand and where in the country it is sold. It is similar to the way explosives manufacturers identify material, he says. Now, granted, they have to do other things to narrow down the search as well, but you'll find that the Secret Service is very dogged in pursuing threats to the president. Number 2, working the rope. According to Wood, no other detailed duty is quite as stressful as dealing with impromptu presidential greetings with private citizens standing behind a roped-off area. That is where agents earn their money, he says. You have no idea what an uncontrolled crowd might do. To minimize threats, agents are constantly scanning for hands stuffed in pockets or other signs of suspicious activity. Their omnipresent sunglasses, those are for crowd scanning without tipping off potential suspects and to ward off any liquids or other projectiles that are thrown in their direction. So if any of you thought that the Secret Service life is easy, it's not. And this part is a great example because most presidents want to go and shake hands with people, and their adrenaline spikes when that happens because they have no idea what is going to happen next. Number 1, there is no oath to give up your life for the president. Despite Hollywood's depictions of life in the service, agents never have to explicitly swear to give up their life in order to protect the president. They never utter that sentence, Kessler says. It is understood that something like that could happen, but they take every possible step to avoid it. And if you don't understand why that would be, think of it like this. If they were to take a bullet for the president and die, or be seriously injured, who is protecting the president after that moment occurs? Exactly. They take steps to make sure that the president is always protected, and that can't happen if they are dead or mortally injured. So, what do you think? What do you think of this look at the Secret Service and all they do for the president that most don't know about? Can you believe the lengths they go to in order to ensure that the president is both safe from harm and able to be taken care of in times of need? Do you understand now why they are so valuable to the president? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we will see you next time on the channel.